I'm Alex Graham, and born and raised in Ipswich, small town. Been living there my whole life. I've spent most of my time on the water there and less time on land. Every kid had a boat or a skiff before a car. We knew where the sandbars were before we knew where an intersection or a stop sign was, you know? When you tell someone that you're going to be a fisherman, it's more so good luck. I'd say fishing, to me, is more so a passion and an escape. Fishing is where my heart is, rod and reel, fin fish. You have a boat, and that boat is capable of doing many different things. What you do is you put that boat to work. Really, there's no days off. It's a lifestyle. So the Erica Sea, for us, having this boat just gave us the capability to go out a little further. And I'd say I learned a lot in those 3 years of putting this boat together. We took her from top to bottom. I could tell you more about this boat than I could my own girlfriend. We fish all of our tuna rod and reel, no nets are used. When we troll our lures, we're kind of running the edge where the rest of the guys will be fishing their baits, but we're running our artificial lures behind the boat. When you hook up to a tuna trolling, it's like all heck breaks loose. The boat goes into shambles, your coffee spill, and when it happens, it's almost like it's the first thing that's ever happened every time. It doesn't matter. I'm actually getting the goosebumps thinking about what happens, but there's nothing more wild than hearing the drag on one of those big rods scream. And those tuna make them scream. It's like a freight train. It's basically like you just cast into a freight train and it's still going. And that's intimidating. Sometimes the rods will heat up and you have to pour water on them to cool them down because that fish is swimming away at 50 miles an hour and there's nothing you can do. Then they're in charge until you actually have them on the boat. They're running the show. And tuna, I don't think there's another species other than the bluefin tuna in the world that you can get this kind of excitement from, or the feeling of oh my gosh, I might not win. And that's every time. It can eat you alive, or it can just give you the best pump of salt for your veins you can get. Clamming was my lifeline to keep me alive fishing. I started clamming not because I wanted to, because Ipswich is known for our clams. It's a lot of mucking around, it's tough work. You gotta be a pretty hardened soul to do it every day. And it's a hell of a battle. It's more than what you really expect. I don't usually dig in the crowd. I like to stay away. That's my escape. So I refer to the little boat as Joe because the owner, the original guy who built that boat was Joe. So that name kind of stuck with the boat. And the boat was built in 1984, which is the same year I was born as well. So we kind of had that instant connection before I even knew. I mean, I just knew I loved it. Little I know is basically my twin brother in boat form. You know, hard, tough, worked, good little rig. And so that boat mostly for me is about bass fishing. When I'm out recreational fishing, I'm usually alone. I usually like to check out. I just check out of reality and I get in the zone. Stripers are a big part of our lifestyle up here. We don't have a lot of different fish, I'd say the striper is definitely a trophy inshore fish to catch here. Oh, there we go. Just the fight. Fun. You can find yourself throwing a lot of artificials to them. I know that they're out there, and if I'm not getting the bite there, they're somewhere else. I have so much fun throwing plugs. It's my favorite style. I love topwater. Nothing like seeing a fish come up and smash, or even getting the fish off the bottom. You can walk a surface plug or make a surface plug good enough to get a fish to swim from their comfy little home up to eat a piece of plastic, then you're doing all right. And it's again, it breaks it down to a little bit of a pride thing, and you're presenting a bait that they want to eat. And artificials these days have given us the opportunity to get those fish to bite even if they don't want to. Plugging's an art. It's an art of its own. My grandfather is really the true root of where my fishing came from. Both grandfathers, really. My father moved up to Massachusetts. He taught me how to fish, throwing a hookless lure into the tires in the backyard, which is something he told me that his father did to him, my grandfather. The transition was, I started to fish the salt water in the ocean and became a captain. And so I slowly turned to my father and started teaching him how to fish the saltwater. So it was a very mutual trade where he blessed me with the habit, the addiction of fishing, and then I almost turned around as I grew to me showing him how to fish saltwater. You know, it almost makes me tear up while thinking about it. Coming back is hard. If it wasn't for the family, the dogs, I think I would probably just spend the rest of my time out there. I can't hide that for sure.